What's poppin', everybody? Back with another video. In this video we got Stephen A. Smith. He's been getting cooked on social media for going at Will Smith, saying that Will Smith owes the black community an explanation about the whole Oscar slap of Chris Rock when he slapped Chris Rock. We're going to get into what Stephen A. said on his podcast, and then of course we're going to respond. Let's go.
Chris Rock will never get over it, ever. Will Smith apologized. I'm not saying he even has to apologize. I'm saying that while I watch him and Martin Lawrence promoting this movie, and I'm quite sure the reason he hasn't addressed it is because the studios don't want him to, and there's an obligation that you have with them. All fair, I get it. But somewhere along the way, he has to sit down and talk to the black community. You can see all the white people around Will Smith all you want to. Black folks have loved and revered this man for decades. He was the closest thing to perfection, as his friend Charlie Mack once told me, for decades. Everybody makes a mistake. This is not hatred. I love Will Smith still, but you gotta have a conversation as to why you did that.
Yeah, so my reaction to this is, I feel like ever since Shannon Sharpe blew up with Club Shay with the Cat Williams interview, I feel like him and, well, mostly Stephen A. Smith has been in like quiet competition with his friend Shannon, and he's kind of ventured into like social media topics, viral topics, cultural topics. You know, he's just, and I feel like that's not really his bag. I feel like Stephen A. Smith's bag is sports. Like if he just talks about sports, all right, he's on point. I mean, he's built his career on speaking on sports. But when he gets like, I feel like he gets off in the weeds when he starts talking about current events, celebrities, especially like social issues. I feel like he just gets off kilter. He's kind of lost in the sauce. He doesn't have a good pulse on how black people in America feel on certain topics, because he's been getting cooked on social media with his comments about Will Smith. Everybody's saying, hey, we forgave Will Smith. That's old news. That slap. We got over it. He doesn't owe the black community any explanation. And I'll just read some of these comments to give better context of what's going on. So comedian Lonnie Love said, actually, when Will accepted his Oscar, he did a 19-minute speech explaining his thought process. After that, he apologized not once but twice publicly and has stated that he has tried to reach out to Chris Rock. At a certain point, you have to move on, especially after Chris has not been responding to the actions. And Chris did a whole special joking and cussing out Will and Jada again. More importantly, this movie's success will show the studios that black movies can be a hit overseas. We have had that since, I think she said we haven't had that since Black Panther. This may lead a path for more black actors and crews to get projects worldwide. And then another person said, Will Smith don't owe nobody nothing. Shout out to Lonnie Love. That's actually been the majority opinion on this whole Will Smith thing. People have moved on. Will Smith spoke on the whole situation. You know, it's up for Chris Rock to forgive him, you know, but the black community has already forgave Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. So it's like to say, yeah, the black community, you know, they deserve a sit down and a full explanation and a apology and all this stuff. You know, it's just too much. It just shows how out of touch Stephen A. Smith is with not only how the black community feels about certain celebrities, just in general. So it's like he's just showing how out of touch he is by even saying that. Plus, you never want to speak for the black community, and the black community never said, hey, Stephen A. is our spokesperson. That's when you really get people like rolling their eyes. You know, you get people really like feeling a type of way, like, who's this dude coming on, you know, speaking for us? Like we're a monolith. We're dynamic people. Black people worldwide don't all feel the same about everything. So it's like you kind of get in mixy territory when you start saying, hey, the black community deserves this or demands this. You kind of back yourself in a corner where people are like, who gave you the title of the black person's spokesperson? You can speak for yourself as a black American, but you can't really just speak for all African Americans like that. Yeah, so you had other celebrities speak on this. Like you had Joyner Lucas telling Stephen A. to shut up. You had Young Jock say, nah, that was in him at that moment. He knows why he did it. We don't need to know why. He doesn't owe us anything. If nothing else, it was a black man saw a black man slap another black man about his black woman. Then more people said he don't owe us nothing. Next caller. People are saying we're over it. This person said Stephen A. is speaking for himself and himself alone. We're good with Will over here. Next person said he only owes Chris Rock and or his family an explanation. He doesn't owe the black community any explanations what he is explaining to us for. Next person says, get out of here. The situation is over. Will is killing the box office right now. Stephen A, find something else to talk about, hater. This person said, on my mama, he don't owe us nothing. This is pretty funny. He said, we all know why he did it. It's just like when your uncle getting in a pointless fight at a cookout. It was shocking, wish it didn't happen, but now it's over. Yeah, that's pretty much. And then this lady said, who made him the spokesperson for black people? Because I don't need an explanation, not my business. That pretty much sums up what most people are thinking about this whole situation. It's old news. It's been over. We don't, as the black community, we don't need closure on this topic, you know. So I think once again, I feel like Stephen A. Smith, he missed the mark again. You know, he does this a lot when he gets into like celebrity news, when he talks about music artists, you know, when he deviates from sports, this happens. I feel like just because him and his close circle of friends might, you know, feel the way he feels, that he kind of like paints the black community as feeling that way. But it's like he has to get outside and figure out what your average everyday black person feels that's working at Burger King or something. Like that's, you know, the everyday person doesn't feel like Will Smith owes them anything. And that's just what it is. But definitely proud of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence for killing the box office. That's actually gonna help black actors in the long run and change a lot of things. And just the fact that a lot of movies been flopping, like big production movies been flopping, and you see Will Smith, Bad Boys 4, killing the box office, showing that people still go to the movies when it's something they want to see. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.